So where could patients find out about clinical trials that they might be suitable for, and how can they enroll in those clinical trials?
So what I would say in the first instance, it would be that you'd have a discussion with your consultant or your CNS at the site where you're being looked after. Obviously, if it's a new diagnosis, there's a lot of information for you to take on board at first, so that can be a tricky conversation. But most of the clinical areas are quite research active, so they may ask you if you want to take part in clinical trials at that point. There are other avenues that you could also take if that hasn't been spoken to you by your clinician at site. There is something called Be Part of Research, which is run through the National Institute of Health Research. That's available to everybody to register, and you can say that you'd be interested in taking part in clinical trials, and they will look at your medical history and link you up with any suitable clinical trials that are running. And that's not just for hematological diseases, that's for any sort of public health questions and things like that as well. And another good resource for clinical trials is blood cancer charities and cancer research. They will have a list of clinical trials that they're supporting that are available to patients. And then there is also a website, which is an international website, which is called clinicaltrials.gov. And you can go on there and you can fill in and say what your disease is and what issues you have and what stage you're at, where you live, and that will pull up any trials around the world that's open for you to participate on, and it will give you contact details of your nearest site that is running that study.